Hello everyone, absolutely clean window washing coming to you here with a residential ice dam steaming job in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. We're going to start the video down here on the ground talking a little bit about the machine and why we use gauges on our machines. We're going to inform you of what to look for and what to look out for when considering hiring an ice dam removal company, and we hope that you learn a lot from this video. So here in front of us we have a temperature gauge. We always run both a temperature and a pressure gauge on the machines at all times. So our temperature today, we're running at 255. Steam is produced at 212 degrees, and good gentle steam is produced right around 250. So most good ice dam companies are going to run their machine with a gauge like this and run it right around 250 degrees. In the back we have a pressure gauge. The pressure on our machine today is right around 300 psi. We can dial it down to 150 or 300 if we choose to. So a pressure washer cannot be turned down under about 1,000 psi at the very minimum, and cannot be run at a temperature over about 180 degrees. So a pressure washer truly does not produce steam, and it runs a lot of pressure up on your roof. So what that's going to do, at the very minimum, they're going to rinse a lot of the sand off your roof. And in the very worst case scenario, they're going to cut holes in your roof. So the sand is placed on your shingles for a reason, to help your roof against UV from the sun and against hail damage and stuff like that. So you really don't want anybody using a pressure washer on your roof, because it's going to cut holes in your roof. So here are a couple tips that I'm going to show you that are acceptable on a steamer. So this tip here is a fan tip. It's a piece of brass and it has threads on the inside of it, and it's designed for ice dam steaming. It's not very common, but it is an acceptable tip to use on your roof. Some companies choose to run this tip. Most companies prefer the pipe tip, but if you see a tip like this, it is an acceptable tip, and you can allow that tip up on your roof. The tip that you do not want on the gun up on your roof is this. This is a pressure washer tip. They come in many different colors, from white any color in the rainbow. They're removable with a coupler, and they're not designed for ice dam steaming. These are pressure washing tips, and anybody that's running a tip like this has a pressure washer, and you do not want them on your roof. The other thing that pressure washer has is a trigger on the gun. You do not want a trigger on the gun. A steamer is never going to have a trigger on the gun. So no tip like this is ever allowed on a roof. If you see someone show up on your job with a tip like this, tell them to go home. I'm going to walk you around the other side of my machine here, just so you can get a quick idea of how big this machine is. It takes up most of the back of a pickup truck. It's not a real tiny machine. It weighs over about 1,000 pounds. So basically on the top here is where we put our kerosene in. The water inlet goes into the tank here, cycles through the machine, and gets heated up by the burner. The exhaust from the burner comes out there. The burner goes into the machine here, and we can adjust the temperature, like I said, all the way up to 325 degrees. Most good companies, like I said, run right around 250 degrees. So I'm going to take you up on the roof, and I'm going to show you the steaming process. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit again about the differences between a pressure washer and a steamer when we get up here. Something very easy and quick you can look for is their gun. The gun that the user is using on the roof. It's very easy to identify the difference between a pressure washer and a steamer gun. And you never ever want a pressure washer on your roof. I cannot say it enough. A pressure washer will hurt your roof. I had a guy confess to me that he pressure washed 40 or 50 roofs the year that the Metrodome collapsed, and he cut holes in every single roof that he did, and he showed up on my job site and confessed that to me, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So our standard procedure is always steaming the roof from the top down. So here you can see that we've steamed this part of the roof down to the ice dams. We're going to take a walk over to the steamer here. He's going to steam a nice safe path for me to walk here. And I'm going to come down and see him, and we're going to watch him work for a minute. We're going to learn about the gun and what you need to look for, and I will show you again the difference between a steamer and a pressure washer. So what he's done here is he's got all the roof cleaned off all the way down to the ice dam. It looks like he's actually cleaned off the roof down by the gutters already. So he's taken the bottom section off already. And basically now, you can see that the steamer can be placed straight down and it can cut right through the ice. And every time we cut through a piece of ice, if it's small enough, it's going to just slide right off the roof. So here I'm going to show you real quick the tip that we're using. It's a pipe. It's not a colored plastic tip. It does not look like this. If it looks like this, it's a pressure washer. You're looking for a tip like that, and when we hold the tip sideways, the only amount of water coming out of there is the only amount of water we're putting on your roof. Everything else coming out of that gun is steam. So on the handle here, we have no trigger. He does not need to squeeze anything to keep the water flowing out of the machine. A pressure washer is going to have a trigger to squeeze, and you do not want a gun like that on your roof. So again, here is what a steamer should look like. The only other acceptable tip that you can use on a roof is a fan tip like this. I've previously showed you this already. This is an acceptable tip. This is not. So again, folks, absolutely clean window washing, residential ice dam steaming. If you'd like your ice dam steamed, please give us a call at 612-919-4185. 612-919-4185, or you can also find us on the web at Absolutely Clean Window Washing. Sorry about all the steam here. But again, folks, absolutely clean window washing, residential ice dam steaming. If you'd like your ice dam steamed, please give us a call. 612-919-4185. We appreciate you watching this video, and have a beautiful day.